Hey there, Photo Universe. Okay, well this is part 2 of cutting our mats for making presentation photographs. So we've printed out our photograph, there it is. And the first thing we need to do, here's one that's completed. Okay, so this photograph has been trimmed and dry mounted to the board. Well, the first thing we need to do is get a board to put our to attach our photograph to. So what we need to do in order to get that to happen is we have to choose a board. And I buy the 32 by 40, here's a big one, okay, 32 by 40, we're going to be cutting that down. That is a Crescent 2299, that's the model number, and it's a Ragmat 4-ply museum board archival. That's what Ansel Adams would be using today. Okay, that's what he was using 30 years ago. I don't know if it was Crescent, but it was museum 4-ply rag board. Okay, that's kind of the gold standard of archival boards. Okay, if you want to put your photograph, if you're going to have a gallery show in a fine art gallery, all those photographs are going to be mounted pretty much to museum rag board, 4-ply museum rag board. Okay, so that's and that's archival. That means that the board won't eat your photograph over 10, 15 years or 20 years. It should last a long time, a couple of 100 years at least, we hope. That's what the tests give us. Wilhelm Research does a bunch of tests on this stuff. Check it out on the internet if you want to. So now, do you have to use archival rag board? It's expensive. I mean, this board, this 132 by 40 board, is about 15 bucks. So you don't have to use that. You can get regular mat board made of. This is made out of cotton. This is usually 100% cotton rag board. They make boards out of wood fiber, and that's your standard mat board. Is that fine to use? Sure, it's fine to use. But your photographs aren't going to be archival. They're not going to last 200 years, they're only going to last 20. So it's up to you. You need to decide, you know, are you making the finest art photograph you possibly can, or you just want some art for your wall? If you just want some art for your wall, or you're learning to cut mat boards, get the cheap board. But if you want the gold standard, Ansel Adams archival standard, get the 4-ply museum, that's the key word, museum archival rag board. Cotton rag board. Places to get that would be like Light Impressions Direct. B&H Photo actually sells pre-cut boards. Those places are kind of expensive though. Your local art supply shops, the cheapest way to buy it is in the box of 25. But you're talking about a $200–300 investment for the museum board. But go to your local like Hobby Lobby, or if you're in the United States, Hobby Lobby sells mat board, I believe. Art supply stores, and just get the wood board to learn what you're doing. That's what I would recommend. And if you're watching this video, obviously you're trying to learn that. But we try to throw in the gold standard stuff for the more advanced people who know right from the beginning they want to make fine art. That's what their goal is in photography. Okay, so we've got our Logan Intermediate Mat Cutter, and we need to cut our board down. Now this is a 12 by 18 photograph, and we want to put that onto a 22 by 28 inch mat board because that's what we like to do. We like 12 by 18s on 22 by 28s. We've pre-thought that out, and also because it fits. It's a standard frame size. This is our Logan Intermediate Mat Cutter. We've already got it out. It's on the table here. We have it stripped down to just the mat cutter. Okay, we don't have the guides or anything because we don't need them for cutting down to size. We take our mat board and we put it into our mat cutter. We're going to be using the straight cut, not the beveled edge. When you buy the intermediate mat board cutter, it comes with both. This is the straight cutter. The blade's in here. I buy those in bulk too. It's cheaper if you use a lot of them. You need a tape measure. You can buy that anywhere. And a pencil. And the first thing we do is we measure our board. So we want to go 28 in the long direction And the way we get it straight is we make 2 marks. Okay? So we make 2 marks. That was easy. And then we line up our 2 marks with our guide. Okay, maybe if I take the camera off, how are we doing on time? We're doing good. I'll take the camera off, bear with me here, and I'll show you the marks. Okay, maybe I'll show you the marks. I have to focus. Okay, there's one of the marks right there. And then you go up the deal here, and there's another one. And we're going to line those up with this edge. Okay, that's what we're doing. And then we're going to take the cutter and we're going to cut the board along that edge. Just that simple. I mean, you know, the first time you do it, let me get back in focus here. The first time you do it, go slow. Okay, but this is pretty straightforward. Alright, so we've got our 2 marks. We line it up on our straight edge, the 2 marks, so we have a straight line. Okay, there we go. We take our cutter, we hold down on our bar, and we just slice along the edge. And now we have a spare that we can cut down 8 by 10s or something, or use as a backing board. I'll show you that later. Now we have a 28-inch wide board. So we turn our board the other way. We measure again 2 marks. Now we want 22. So we come over here, we get 22, we get 22. Very good. And we line it up with our edge. And we make a cut, pushing down on everything. We have a spare. I might have done that the wrong way. I probably should have went 28 the other way, but anyway. I probably did because it's a video, right? There's a 22 by 28. And that's ready for putting our photograph on it. So this is a 16 by 20 on a 22 by 28. And we were playing with that. That was just kind of a proof of concept kind of a thing. I want to see what, you know, if I could put the bigger photograph. But when we dry mount this photograph onto there, that's what it's going to look like. So in the next videos, we're going to be going down the next step, which would be to put the dry mount tissue on the photograph and then put the photograph onto the board. But that's cutting down your mat board to size. You can order these pre-cut, 16 by 20s, whatever. Then you don't have to do this step. That's Ed with Photo Universe. I hope that helps. We'll talk to you later. Bye.